Hi, welcome to Gary's Hobby Studio, and today in this video I'm going to go over the Scale75 Human Eyes Paint set. It consists of 7 paints and 1 acrylic retarder. In the set 8, it has a instruction booklet that shows you how to paint eyes. This will probably be more for when you're doing like busts or anything larger. Smaller things like miniatures, such as this, it's not going to help that much just because of the scale size of it. I do have some busts coming in from a Kickstarter that I did not too long ago. Hopefully they should. I doubt if they're going to be in this month. I'm thinking more either March or April. It's from Noctura Models. When I get those, I'll be doing an unboxing of those too. But in this paint set, you have Decay Black, Purity White, this one, Pale Crimson, Moonray Flesh, Merm Green, different way, Merm Green, Ultra Blue, Wash Chestnut, and then the acrylic retarder. I did this in a previous video. The problem was that the audio was like way out of sync and I couldn't fix it in DaVinci Resolve, so I'm just reshooting it. But you know, you get this here and it tells you step 1, and then there's instructions over here. It's pretty simplistic. I'm sure there's a little more to it than what this is, but it also shows you like the color schemes on the back. And I did try to paint the face of this in the last video. I'm not going to repaint it, but you can see right here that the color is a little lighter than the hat. There we go. I don't know how well this is going to show up, and I also hate the fact that this stupid web camera decides not to focus correctly. But you can definitely see that there's a definite color change between the face and the helmet. And something smaller will help. But I mean, even in the blurry picture, you can see that there's definitely a color change. And that was the Moonray Flesh I used on the face. This is just a test figure that I always like to test paints on. As you can see that there's other colors, and I even tried to use some tried to make some of this Artist Loft paint airbrushable and failed miserably. But yeah, basically, you know, there's a color change. I really like their paints. I have some of the others. I've already used like their Elven Gold. I painted a Space Marine figure that I got with a book. You know, it's like an introduction to Warhammer, which I always wanted a Space Marine. Now I have one. And it actually turned out really good. Love the way the Elven Gold went on. Looks really nice. I've used that. I've used their Intensity inks. I think it's like the blue and the black. Sir Astro used them in some of his videos for Imperial Assault, so I picked up that set. Plan on picking up other sets of theirs. It's a really good paint. I rank it right up there with Vallejo, Reaper. If you want to save some money on it, I think it's either in August or September. I can't remember which. I think it's at the end of August into September. They have a 15% off sale because they go on holiday till like sometime in September. I think they're like closed for like 2 weeks. It's 15% off, and then they have it again for Black Friday. Because I also kickstarted their acrylic paint series from their artist paint set, and I haven't used those yet, and I really want to try those out, both airbrushing and painting on miniatures, and just see how well they work too. There's no metallics in that range, but like I said, I've used their metallics in this. It's not their fantasy range; it's their regular like scale 75 or scale color range. And like I said, they're really nice paints. Also, I recommend to help agitate them. I also dropped these in the other video, but again, because the audio was out of sync, you know, I'm not even going to try to upload it. I put these stainless steel ball bearings. I know Army Painter sells some. If you look around, you could probably, you know, find a company that would sell them. I don't recommend buying them from Amazon or eBay because you don't know the quality. And if you do buy them from that, I highly recommend putting them in a container like this with water and a mixture of salt to see if they corrode. Because I tested these that I bought and they didn't corrode at all. But I didn't buy these from Amazon or eBay. I bought them from a different place. But yeah, I know Army Painter sells them. They should be good quality because they don't want to screw up their own paints. And what you would do is you would unscrew the lid. You would take, I would definitely use a rag. Don't use a pair of pliers. I've split the tips on these trying to take them off with a pair of tweezers. And once you open the bottle, you would take one of these and just drop it right down inside. Now I'm not going to drop it in because I've already got one in there. And you put the nozzle back on, close it up, and then you can hear the sound. And what that's doing is that ball bearing's going in there and agitating the paint up into the binder, because they will separate. The pigment and the binder will separate because the pigment's heavier. So that way you're mixing it up all at the same time before you put it out, or else otherwise you're going to squirt binder out before pigment even rolls down, and sometimes it sticks down there. So that's what I would recommend. Another thing with these is that, which I already did in the other one, you can use a stick pin like this, or I don't know if Reaper is still selling these, but you can go to reapermini.com and see if they have these little pokey tools. It's a little skull with a large size pin, and I should be able to see the difference here. I mean, you can definitely see that. Move it over here a little bit. You can definitely see that this one here is a lot larger than this one here. But you can still use these if you want to do the cheap. But I bought two of these. One travels with me and one will stay here at my house. Basically, they seal the top of these. Okay, so right here at the top, this would be sealed. As a matter of fact, let me open up this one. You should be able to see that, you know, there's no hole, because I can just take that and see I'm just pushing on it and it's not dropping in. And I'm not ready to open it yet, so that's why I'm not going to do it. But you would take this, stick it in the top, and push it down in. Now it would pop it open. You can also use these to clear up clogs too, either one of these. Same thing, just take it, stick it in, pull it back out, wipe it off here on your paper towel, put your cap back on, and that's it. Unfortunately, like I said, sorry this video is not any better. The other one was a lot better, but like I said, the audio was so out of sync that I could not figure out how to get it fixed in DaVinci Resolve. But yeah, if you definitely want one of these, I don't know if they still have them or not. It's kind of, you know, hit and miss, because these were like a limited time thing, and I think I saw it on either Twitter or Instagram or something. They were talking about the paint pokey tool. So I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to go ahead and pick these up. But this way, you know, and because this is such larger, it actually will work for a lot of the different, you know, dropper bottle type ones, because it's actually bigger, and I think it would make a bigger hole and would actually clear a clog better because it's larger. But again, I'm not knocking these. You can get a bunch of these for like $2 and something at like Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. You know, they sell these kind of little stick pins. But other than that, yeah, I definitely recommend their paints. Their paints are really good. I also recommend Reaper, Vallejo, Army Painter, Citadel. In my opinion, it's okay. I'm not a big fan of the whole closed pots, just because I've actually had some dry out because the paint gets caught up on the inside of this right here, and then in turn it just dries out because then air's getting in. Their wash bottles aren't bad because their washes, they're a lot thinner. If there's any paints you want me to go over, review, or anything, leave them in the comments below. Do you want me to show you anything about maybe beginning airbrushing? I mean, I'm not a master at it, but I mean, I can definitely, you know, show you the different ones I have. I have a really cheap one to some of the more expensive ones. I even have a new one coming in. Not sure when I'm going to get that. As a part of the Badger 56th birthday sale that started in November of last year. And if there's, you know, so, yeah, and if you like the content that is being presented to you, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon, select all, share it with your friends, you know, anybody that might be interested in, you know, miniature painting, hobbying, stuff like that. And as always, as I always like to say, have a good day.